Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is C Chronicles. If you're joining me here for the very first time, I post 4 to 5 times a week fragrance related content. By fragrance related content, guys, what I mean is I post mostly fragrance reviews. However, I do from time to time throw in vlogs, story times, that sort of thing, just to keep the channel exciting. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I'd appreciate it if you became part of the family. To my returning subbies, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. Now, welcome to fresh, clean summer fragrance recommendations. I have 15 from my collection, but obviously there's going to be hundreds out there. These are the ones that I thought to bring to you, and I tried to make sure that most of them are not citrus dominant, at least to the nose or the note itself taking center stage. Now, on our number one, guys, is going to be La Muse, and this one's called Rich Lady. I'm going to spray a little in the air so that I can be in that scent bubble, right? So Rich Lady, guys, is a couple of white florals. I think there's like 4 or 5 white florals in this fragrance. But why I chose this fragrance for this list is the white florals here are presented as very soft, clean, delicate, subtle, almost fresh even. Okay, so this is going to tick the boxes for those people who like to smell a little bit floral in summer. It also has an addition of a raspberry here, but the raspberry interprets as very watered down. So it's not enough for me to class this fragrance as a fruity fragrance, if you will. It's mostly a DNA of those shy white florals. It does have honey listed as a note, but to my nose, the honey here interprets as though it's actually the beeswax, because it's very waxy as well. So it's going to give you a composition that feels very waxy, almost pushing this one to shampooy. So it is a delicate fragrance, guys, ideal for summer. On our number one, guys, was La Muse Rich Lady. The second one on the list is one of the most slept on fragrances from the Middle East, from the house of Zafaran. I don't see a lot of people talking about this fragrance. I have a full review of it, but it's one of those fragrances that kind of didn't really make the rounds. Dar Al Hanin, guys, is here because this is a sweet fragrance, fruity fragrance. It's fresh as well. It has a crisp quality to it. It does translate as having a lot of fruity notes, but what comes up to the surface the most, which is what speaks the most, seems to be the apple. I don't know if there's an apple in this because the notes for this fragrance are not really everywhere. So I'm not quite sure if it actually does 100% have apple, but it does translate as though it has like a mouth-watering apple. Dries down to a fresh, crisp quality of a fragrance, guys. If you wear this juice, you will actually be smelling very expensive. So another great fresh summer fragrance right there is going to be Dar Al Hanin by Zafaran. The third fragrance on the list, guys, and I hope you won't make the mental shortcut I made. It says Guess Bella Vita Rosa. I thought there was going to be rose in this fragrance. Honestly, I think firstly because the bottle itself does seem to have a flower there, and then secondly Rosa. I don't know why. It just to me was a guess that it would have rose. So don't buy this one for the rose if you are a rose lover, because what you're going to get mostly from Guess Bella Vita Rosa, guys, is a fresh summery fragrance with a lot of delicate florals there, especially the magnolia there, giving like a lush, waxy kind of feel to it. Also has a very faint jasmine. So the jasmine here and the lilies are not going to do much. It's mostly going to be that lush magnolia there. It's mostly on the fresh floral side. It's reminiscent of Versace's Eros. I do have Eros in a mini, and I tried them side by side, and they did smell almost identical. Of course, this one strays a little bit because it has that Rosa. There is a basic Bella Vita without the Rosa. That one seems to be identical to Versace Eros, but the differences in the two are not groundbreaking to an extent that you know, if you love Versace Eros and you bought either the Bella Vita or you bought the Bella Vita Rosa, the two of them are going to have wafts off. So if that is your kind of thing, you know, you are going to be impressed by this fragrance. So if you're looking for a beautiful, fresh, clean, summery scent, and I think this one might not have the citrus, this is going to do it for you. Guess Vita, Rosa. Fourth on the list, guys, for the Middle Eastern fragrance alternative lovers is going to be Lattafa's Mahashan Silver. Mahashan Silver, guys, is here first because it is a Creed Silver Mountain Water dupe. So if you're looking for an affordable alternative, this one's going to do it for you. This is aromatic and fresh with a light green quality to it, this one. And this one is definitely on the aquatic side. There are mineral accords in this fragrance that imitate wafts of, you know, what feels like a salty, sandy seawater kind of thing. So if you like that type of fragrance, you know, clean, fresh, with that mineral note in it, this one's definitely going to do it for you. And obviously a bang for your buck, because Creed Silver Mountain Water itself is not that affordable. So if you want to try this one, you can. It's definitely going to work for you in summer. It's called Mahashan Silver from Lattafa. The fifth one on the list, guys, is this mini. I think this is a 12 ml. This is Byredo's Gypsy Water. Byredo's Gypsy Water, guys, is a fragrance that speaks without shouting. It's class in a bottle. If you are into sophisticated fragrances that are not trying to push it, right? This fragrance is clean, it's summery, it's fresh. It doesn't come cleaner than this, guys. It has a spicy, aromatic, you know, nature to it. But what makes this one shine the most is it has a lemon there that adds like a bright, vibrant, you know, quality to this fragrance. The lemon here is not sour, rather it adds like a sparkly brightness there, you know, and it makes it like an energetic fragrance. So this is going to wrap you around a lot of freshness, guys. Just to make sure that the list is extensive, I thought to add it here for those who may be interested. This is Byredo's Gypsy Water. Number 6 on the list, guys, is going to be this one from Zara. This is Wonder Rose. I bought this one as a twin set. This one says summer, okay? The other one I think says winter or something like that. This particular one says summer. It's here, guys, because this is going to give you a burst of berries. If you love berries, you're going to love this fragrance. However, the berries in here that give it like a tutti fruity kind of feel don't last that long. So this is going to perform almost like a body mist, but in as much as it does perform like a body mist, it dries down fresh and aquatic. So that is why it is here. It's a clean, fresh scent, ideal for the heat, for those people that don't like their fragrance to do too much. If you douse this one on your clothes, of course you can smell it for about 4 hours, but I'm just saying don't buy this one if you are hunting for longevity. There are fragrances here that will give you the longevity even though they're clean. This one comes across body misty but beautiful with that tutti fruity strawberry, lots of berries actually, but it's the strawberry that rises amongst most of all these berries. So if you like what I just said, then this is another recommendation, guys, a cheapie for you from Zara, and it's called Wonder Rose Summer. The next one, guys, is from the house Ajmal. My little bottle here might seem unfamiliar. It's because this one is a mini and I don't use my minis that much, but the 2 times I've used this fragrance, I can certainly tell you that this is a clean fragrance. Sonora is a 2016 composition. It actually comes in a you know, in like a round bottle that kind of looks like a Dior Poison bottle with a flower. I'm gonna attach it there so you can see the actual bottle. This is an ozonic fresh fragrance. It's spicy as well. The juice in itself is reminiscent of the DKNY New York, you know, the long bottle. I will see if I can find that one and pin it there. This is kind of what this fragrance smells like. It's clean, it's fresh, it's lemony there. It's got like a lemony rose. It's not like the actual lemon itself, but it's like a lemony rose adding like a clean freshness to this fragrance. And it also has the violet leaf there in the dry down that kind of weighs in with like a cucumber kind of feel to it. So if you like those ozonic fragrances, then this one's going to do it for you. Definitely a freshie that also comes to light in the heat. This one is semi long lasting. So Sonora by Ajmal is sitting on our number 7. 8th on our list, guys, is Aqua de Jour by Giorgio Armani. I just felt that this list wouldn't be complete, guys, without this one. This one is marketed feminine. However, the profile itself, to me, is one that can be worn by male or female. This is a fresh, lightly green kind of fragrance with the white florals. But it's not the white florals here that are speaking the most. The note that speaks the most in this fragrance, at least to my nose, is the mint note. It adds like a cooling, refreshing kind of vibe to this fragrance. And the same cooling effect in this fragrance is reminiscent to, say for instance, it was raining a lot, and within the same day the sun comes out. You know, that kind of feel. It gives you like a realistic smell of the, you know, the sun coming out after the rain. It's energetic, it's fresh, it's clean. This one has a lightly green kind of nuance to it, because of course of those florals, and because of the combination of the notes here. This is going to be one of those that does last a pretty good while. So if you're looking for a fresh summer scent that's going to last you at least the whole day, to my nose, this one's going to do it for you. So number 8 on this list, guys, is Giorgio Armani's Acqua de Jour. The number 9th on the list, guys, is Tawil by Lattafa. I'm going to give this one a quick spray because this one just interests me, guys. It's got this realistic mineral notes. So this mineral notes, to my nose, feels like if it was very cold at night and you woke up in the morning and you had a tap outside your house, not in the house, and then you went to open that tap, and there is like that what you call it, like the cloud, that cold cloud that you just smell there. It's not a smell, but I don't know what to call it, but there is something that smells like cold steel in this fragrance. So this is inspired by Ganymede. It may be one that will be favored by the gents out there, but even women can wear this fragrance. It has a cucumber nuance there coming from the violet leaf, and this cucumber nuance, guys, adds like a water kind of feel to this fragrance, but like a cold water kind of feel, you know, to this fragrance. A touch of metallicness there that you're going to get as well. Very complex even to describe, very unique. Does have mandarin there, but the mandarin is not doing much, and it also does have light woods. It's definitely summer appropriate, but does have the potential to transition to other seasons. I can see how the profile for some can work in winter, in as much as it's a fresh fragrance. So this is Lattafa's Tawil. The 10th one on the list, guys, is going to be Bal de Freak by Byredo. Now, if you are the sort of person that wanted to curate your collection and you just didn't want to collect, you know, for the sake of collecting, this is one fragrance that I would say you may absolutely need in that collection that you would be curating. This is a delicate floral. It's delicate in the sense that if I were to come here and say, if you love florals, go and buy this, I may have 3 to 4 people in the comment section saying, no, this is not floral enough, if you know what I mean. So it's delicate florals in here, but the composition in itself gives you a touch of spiciness. It gives you a light minty tone there from the black currant. So it's going to be slightly green. It's got a double dose of citruses. I think it's mandarin and lemon, or it's bergamot and lemon, but it does have 2 citruses in here. But in itself, it's a composition that does not affirm itself as a floral, nor does it assert itself as a citrus, nor does it assert itself as a spicy fragrance, like an overly spicy fragrance. It is just a composition that is delicate, that is fresh, that is clean, that is very feminine, you know, and soft. That is what you get from here. Absolutely a fragrance that shines in the sun. Because Bal de Freak, guys, does not stereotype itself to become only a floral, only a citrus, it is then able to transition to other seasons as well. However, I'm going to have to say, if you're going to wear this one for winter, it's probably going to translate as very light, which is why I put it here instead. Everything in here is subtle. Even that bergamot, I can barely smell it. It just presents itself as a beautiful feminine scent. So guys, on our number 10 is Byredo's Belle de Freak. 11 on our list, guys, is going to be Kahila Platinum from Paris Corner. I'm going to spray this one a little because I think I didn't spray the last 2 or 3 that I spoke about here. This is just to remind myself, but I have worn this one a lot. This is marketed for men, but women can totally wear this fragrance. This fragrance comes across as fresh. It's clean as well. It has a bubblegum accord, and it has something in there that comes across as creamy, as though it has like a creamy coconut to it. So it is a fragrance that comes alive in the heat, and this one does perform as well. It does have a decent lasting power. It's inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. So if you are one of those people that love Le Beau and you want an alternative, you can definitely grab this one. I have a number 15 that I'm going to put as an honorable mention, which also smells a lot like this, just for the sake of prices. You know, in case this one is more expensive, then you can try the other alternative. But sitting on our number 11, guys, is Kahila Platinum. Next on our list, believe it or not, this is bottle number, I think this is bottle number 5 or 6. I always repurchase this fragrance. This one I'm going to smell from the nozzle because I can still smell the Kahila Platinum. Okay, so Elizabeth Arden's Splenda is a 1998 composition. So it has like a little bit of a nostalgic quality to it. So it's going to remind you maybe of an aunt or a mother, or, you know, somebody there back in the days, right? 1998 is not a very long time, but it was a time which I think the fragrances were starting to transition, because if you look at the venti ones, they tend to be stuffy, cloying, sticky. I'm here, I'm incensey, I'm everything you can think of. This doesn't feel like that, but it just does have like a little bit of a dated feel there. It's fresh, it's green, it's spicy, and it's it's got white florals as well. It has like a lingering effect to it, very feminine and also very delicate. And the good thing about it is it's a dirt cheap fragrance. So if you're looking for a good Elizabeth Arden, you could purchase this one. It's called Splenda and it's marketed for women. Number 13, guys, is a second purchase in my collection. This is Kelvin Klein's Beauty, another one that is on the affordable side. If this one is now expensive, I don't know, but I purchased 2 bottles at the same time and they were quite affordable. This is soft, guys. It's effortlessly chic. It is a clean fragrance. Yes, with a waxy, there's a waxy quality to this fragrance, guys. It's gentle, it's sweet. There is a waxy, I think there could be magnolia in here, but it doesn't list magnolia. What it does list is jasmine, but the jasmine here is barely smellable. What I am saying is waxy, or a waxy accord that I get from here feels synthetic to some. So to some it may come across as, oh, it's a synthetic scent, but to me it's not synthetic. It's like a waxy kind of Barbie doll head kind of smell to it, and a realistic one at that. So I love this fragrance, guys. It's clean. It has a little bit of the woods there, maybe for longevity, but that doesn't do much to it. You know, the woods are lost somewhere there. It's not a very long-lasting fragrance, but it's definitely a fragrance that comes alive in the heat, and the sort of fragrance that if you wear this, it's non-offensive. I don't see anybody complaining about this. So this would be ideal as well for frontline workers. And I thought to add it here, guys, it's Calvin Klein, and this one's called Beauty. The 14th fragrance, guys, is going to be Versace Dylan Blue. This unfortunately gets slagged a lot. It has to some extent fallen from grace, and I think the problem with this is there were high expectations because of the packaging, you know, because Versace didn't spare anything there in terms of the packaging, and it comes in like a round luxe box. This fragrance unfortunately has a DNA that has been overly done in terms of summer scents, and I think that's the only reason why people were like, is that it? You know, but in itself, it's not bad. It does have a lasting power as well. It has a mouth-watering quality there because of the Granny Smith apple. So expect a fresh peony there as well. So it's a fresh scent, it's clean, it's lemony to the nose, but mostly it's going to be more of the apple there, and the lemon part of it, I think it's from a lemony rose than from the actual lemon. That is what you're going to get there, and a touch of florals. It just unfortunately has that DNA that is almost synonymous with all these summer fresh clean scents. But it is not a bad fragrance if you're looking for a fresh, fruity, lightly floral summer scent with the apple there doing the most. So sitting on number 14, guys, is Versace Dylan Blue, and this one is marketed for women. So number 15, guys, because I did say we were going to have an honorable mention, the ones that I actually handpicked are the 14, but I just thought, okay, you know, let us leave it at 15. You know how we do things here. This is one that I said I am going to recommend in case you're interested in this one, and this one's a bit pricey. This is Maison Alhambra Panther. It is not a dupe of Le Beau, right? But it is a fresh fragrance with that bubblegum accord. It has the coconut accord as well. This one is inspired by Paco Rabanne's Phantom, okay, for men. So if you love that or you wanted to try that, you can. But I just said you could purchase it, say in place of this one, in case the bubblegum coconut thing that I spoke about in this one interests you, and then you check out and that one turns out to be expensive, then this would be your best bet. The bubblegum here and the coconut in here, that just makes me think of this other fragrance, this Kahila Platinum. So yeah, it is just a plug, and I'm plugging you. So definitely the last one here is going to be Maison Alhambra's Panther. So that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Those were 15 clean summer fragrance recommendations from my collection. Obviously, there's going to be more, but these are the ones that I have and I've tried and tested. If you have a few that I have here, let me know what you think of them. If you're anticipating buying any, let me know. And if you have other suggestions, let me know. C Chronicles is my name. Let's meet in the comment section, guys, where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Have you subscribed? If not, then why not? Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.